What's up, guys? Good to see you again. Today I thought to think about something kind of uh, something that I thought would be useful for you guys. Mm, you know, lately, I've really started to see myself progress in the things I have always wanted to career-wise. I can really see myself going forward. I'm just very happy about that, and I'm feeling very fulfilled. And that just made me think about the position I was like in, let's say, even 2 years ago, 3 years ago, especially 6 years ago, during the COVID times. You know, life was crazy, and you know, I wasn't really feeling my best back then, and just I think inspires me to talk about this because I everyone I feel like must be at some level lost in some way, and life is short. We're all going to Orlando at some point soon, sooner or later. We're all going to Orlando. If you get the reference, you you get it. But um, you know, we all started off at different points. You know, some of us, start in the very bottom with like little to work with. Like I'm talking about like self-confidence and belief, whatever you want to call it, because that's essentially the only thing that matters in the end, like the belief and all that. And some people, grew up in childhoods or young adulthoods that really fucked people up with that. And I understand how difficult it is to get up from that point. It's very confusing because there are a lot of people talking about it. Maybe people who don't necessarily understand how it's like to come from that sort of position where you've been put down, and all of these certain people talking online, creating. You're not even, if you're online, like hearing about people talk about self-improvement, it's not necessarily even a bubble that you're in. You're in multiple different bubbles, smaller bubbles, and it's like if I would have to put this like self-improvement space into like a good metaphor, it would be like you're daily in three different bubbles hourly, depending on how much you consume that type of thing. Sorry if the camera is shaking. It's quite cold here, and I don't have a pad here to put the camera on. But you're every day like on different bubbles, and they keep popping, and weekly you're cycling through like different opinions and ideas that people tell you, and some of them, and likely very little of them actually like help you where you are. You have to because what I found is like sometimes getting up from there is not like you can't follow some intuitive advice. Sometimes it's very counterintuitive. Like if you want to get out of like a very deep rock bottom that you've hit, you have to use some sort of like counterintuitive way sometimes, because you don't have optimism and you don't have like belief. So you have to like sometimes use means to get out of that rut, like anger or something like that, something like resent almost. And that's essentially the simplest way to put it. 6 years ago I thought like I saw a lot of times people said it will get better, and I always got pissed off of that, like when people said that. Like I genuinely did that a long time ago. And just now I was looking here in the sunset, like in a crazy way I understood what they meant. And now I finally feel like I have some optimism. Like it's insane. And for anybody out there who needed to hear this, I doubt this video will get even 20 views, but if you made it this far, I would appreciate a like, and maybe just like it, so maybe someone else can see it as well. And yeah, it will get better. It will get better. There's no magic to it. It will probably suck for a couple more years, but I'm still here, so that's kind of maybe proof of that it does. But yeah, thanks. Bye.